Wake up, we got more Kombat Pack 3 news!
I'm so excited! Oh god! Gosh darn it, I tripped over this amazing merch poster! It's honestly really nice, and my fault for not hanging it up. I highly recommend you get yourself one today.
So stop on by the Underdog store, because we also have 2 amazing new shirt designs, the Combo Queen and First Impact. So make sure to get yourself something nice. Every purchase supports the channel and you look awesome while doing it. How's it going, everyone? My name is True Underdog, and I hope your week is going fantastic. Today we have even more news about playable characters in Mortal Kombat 11, though it might not necessarily be Kombat Pack 3 this time. As many of you already know, there is a data miner on Twitter who goes by The Thinny, and he's very good at finding out secret things about the game well in advance. And that's because the developers who make Mortal Kombat will often add stuff to the game before anything's actually playable, because that way in the future when they do add new things, it's a bit easier for everything to fit together like a puzzle piece. And as a result, certain data miners like The Thinny can see these new additions and make pretty good predictions about what's going to come in the future. So with that out of the way, let's talk about what we know. So to me, the craziest thing is we have 2 new character names that the announcer actually says.
Fire God Liu Kang, Kronika.
That's right, you heard correctly. That is the Raiden voice announcer saying Kronika and Fire God Liu Kang. And what that means is both of these characters will likely be playable in the near future, because why else would Raiden have those audio files and why would they be in the game? And then on top of that, I do believe there are also character slots for them as well, and even tower endings. Now you can't see the tower endings, but the point is the file is there. So once again, that's even more evidence that these characters could be playable. Now here's the thing though, I'm not sure if these characters are going to be a part of Kombat Pack 3. In fact, I'm not even sure if they're going to be allowed in competitive play. For me personally, it seems like both of these characters could be set aside for a new game mode. And this game mode would most likely be a new tower or something of that nature, something that is not online multiplayer. It's just you with your console doing something with these new characters. And I could be wrong about this. It could be both of these characters are fully playable and usable in tournaments, all that crazy stuff, but let me explain my thinking to you real quick. So for starters, we have Fire God Liu Kang. Now this costume is already available. You can put it on Liu Kang and go into Combat League, all that good stuff. However, in story mode, Liu Kang does play differently if you recall. A lot of his attacks have cool new additions like lightning follow-ups and all that awesome stuff. For example, his forward 2 has a lightning strike that holds the player in the air for even longer, allowing for even better juggles and combos, awesome stuff like that. And I do think this version of Liu Kang could be what the announcer is referring to, this broken, cheap version of Liu Kang with awesome lightning attacks. Now of course that version of Liu Kang would not be fair for competitive play, so I think he's going to be restricted to an offline single player mode only. Well, I shouldn't say offline because the game forces you to be online most of the time anyway, but what I mean is it's not going to be multiplayer. Once again, just a theory, and I could be completely wrong, but I don't think Fire God Liu Kang is going to be a brand new character. Instead, I think he might just be the Liu Kang from story mode that you can use in some single player modes. And this would also be the case for Kronika, by the way. Once again, this character would not work in online modes. I mean, for Pete's sake, you can't even knock her down in the actual game. You can't juggle her either, which is why the combos are super limited when you're fighting Kronika. In fact, I don't think you can even throw her. So yeah, I don't think that Kronika in her current state is going to be a playable character for competitive modes. Once again, just like Liu Kang, I think she's going to be playable for a single player mode. That outcome just makes the most sense to me, though I will say it would be awesome if for both of these characters we got brand new designs and brand new movesets. That would be awesome. Are you kidding me? I'd love a playable version of Kronika who can actually jump and do normal combos and all that good stuff being a regular character. That would be sick, especially if they gave her a new design and a bunch of gear and costumes. That would be sick. And the same thing for Liu Kang. I'd love that. Maybe show us what Fire God Liu Kang looks like after he travels back in time and is there for a little bit. I want to see what that version of Liu Kang looks like. Give us a brand new moveset for both characters. That would be amazing. I just don't see that outcome being as likely, but anything is possible. And the thing is, no matter what happens, just think about how cool this is, having a playable version of Kronika and Fire God Liu Kang outside of story mode. That has me extremely excited. And the odds of that happening to me are super high, because why else would the announcer say their names, and why else would it be added to the game? Because I could understand if they recorded it and then just never added them, but the voice lines are in the game, so I think this is happening. So let let me know in the comments down below which character you are more excited to play, Fire God Liu Kang or Kronika. For me personally, it's Kronika. Don't get me wrong, I love Liu Kang and Fire God Liu Kang, but I've already played as both of them, so I want that new experience with Kronika. And since I'm a good little Boy Scout and never downloaded any mods, I've never been able to play as her. And next up, I wanted to talk about this image right here. Now, in case you don't recognize who this is, she is the voice actress for Mileena and Katana. And this has me super excited because she is in a recording booth. Now, it doesn't have to be about MK, but I think it could very easily be about MK, which would mean that Katana, or more likely Mileena, is having some new voice lines read. And why would that happen? Maybe a possible story mode expansion, just like Aftermath, because there was a leak a while back that did say there would be a second DLC story mode expansion, and it would involve the characters from Kombat Pack 2. Now, to be fair, that leak was never confirmed, so take it with a grain of salt. I'm just saying this has me very excited. The voice actress for Mileena is recording some more lines. And if it does turn out she's recording content for Mortal Kombat 11, that does make it more likely that certain characters like Havik are going to be in the game. Because that very same leak that I just mentioned also said that Havik would be DLC, and I want to see Havik and Mileena in story mode together. That would be amazing. And not to mention, this image could also mean she's recording some new intro dialogues, which could mean there's some more DLC characters on the way, and Kombat Pack 3 might be arriving sooner than we think. That's also a strong possibility that I didn't even consider until I started recording. So just for fun, in the comment section down below, please post which characters you want the most for Kombat Pack 3. And then to end this video, I sadly have some bad news. About a week ago, I covered a leak that said that Cyrax and Sector would be a free DLC add-on, which would mean both of those characters were fully playable. And even in that video, I expressed my doubts, saying that was very unlikely. Not just them being playable, but especially them being free. And sadly, it appears like I may have been right, because both of their characters have been removed from the data files. And then on top of that, we don't hear the announcers say their names either, so it seems less and less likely that Ketchup and Mustard are going to be in the game. For anyone who's not aware, that was their original names in the concept phase of the game. So once again, that's some sad news. I'm pretty sure everybody wants to play the cyborgs, but it seems less and less likely that they're going to be added to the game, or at least not for Kombat Pack 3. Please keep in mind, NetherRealm did say this game would be supported longer than any of their past games, and it hasn't been out for that long yet. So the possibility of DLC characters is very strong. And do I think there's going to be a Kombat Pack 3? Yes, I honestly do. Because don't forget, the game was recently re-released on next-gen consoles, so I don't see why they would stop giving us DLC just yet. And not to mention, we also have a brand new pro competition as well, and I bet at the end they might have a bit of a surprise for us. And who knows, maybe this time NetherRealm will luck out and nothing will be leaked, and they'll actually catch us off guard with something amazing. And in fact, even the Thinny seems to think we're getting something soon, because Ed Boon keeps teasing us. 3 times already he's teased the fans, so it seems like something new is on its way. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And then while you're down there, please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. It really does help the channel out a ton. And finally, finish that combo by suplexing that subscribe button. That way you never miss a future video. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.